I think that the Pope has not the power to abolish the traditional Mass. Why? Because it is a property, a treasure of the entire Church, from all the saints, the Church of all ages. This Mass is not the Tridentine Mass, at all not, because it's the same Mass. We have texts before the Council of Trent. This is exactly the same order of Mass. There was no changes after the Council in the order of Mass. I mean, there was a new missal, but not a new order of Mass. And therefore, because of the very venerable age and constant perennial use of this order of Mass by so many saints and generations of Catholics and of almost all Catholic nations, the Pope has no power to simply abolish this, as the Pope would not have a power, let us say, to abolish the Apostolic Creed and to substitute the Apostolic Creed with a new formula and prohibiting at the same time the use of the Apostolic Creed. The same we can apply to the order of Mass. This is a formula of venerable old use. And so, a priest can, by good conscience, even if the Pope would prohibit the traditional Mass, to continue to celebrate the Mass, because here he will be obeying to the Holy Mother Church. This is a greater obedience than to do a wrong obedience to an order of a Pope, which evidently is damaging the spiritual good of the Church. We cannot obey. It would be a false obedience to cooperate something which is evidently damaging the spiritual good of the souls and of the entire Church. This Pope is only short. I mean, Pope Francis is not eternal. His pontificate is also limited by time, by his own personal limitations. And so we have to look then this issue in the vision, in the eyes of 2,000 years of all the other popes, saints, and so on. And then a priest can celebrate, of course, to my opinion, secretly or clandestinely, in a prudent way, praying for the Pope, of course, loving the Pope, even though he cannot obey him in this concrete case, praying for his bishop, loving his bishop in a supernatural way, and of course be submitted to maybe to another priest in good stance, or another bishop, emeritus bishop, and so on. It would be only a temporal measure, very short, to my opinion. Then the faithful, of course, can fulfill the Sunday obligation by a Mass, celebrated in this way, in a secret Mass. But I repeat, the Pope Francis has to be mentioned, the Bishop of the diocese has to be mentioned. We have not to make the polemics against the Pope and the Bishop unnecessary, but we have to pray for them, that God may illuminate them, that they can come back, and again they may be treasuring the traditional Mass.